Vande Simhum Mahapatim Suragurum Vande Jagatkaranam Vande Pannagabhushanam Sashidharam Vande Pasunam Patim Vande Suryashankavaninayanam Vande Mukunda Priyam Vande Bhaktajana Asrayam Chavaradam Vande Bhaktajana Asrayam Chavaradam Vande Shivam Shankaram. Friends, by now you must have been very clear about the comprehensive yoga. Repeatedly the speakers here must be telling the 4 streams of yoga, 4 streams of yoga. Stream is a river. 4 we know. There are 4 yogas specialized by this university. Sri Krishna speaks of 18 yogas. All the chapters of Bhagavad Gita are yogas, 18 of them. And they have been condensed. Here we have crystallized it, made it 4 yogas, 4 streams. And all the 4 are interrelated, most important. They are not watertight compartments. All the yogas are not independent. They are interconnected. They are not watertight compartments. If you are a Raja Yogi, all the others also come automatically. So if you get into the last compartment of the train, also you reach the destination. If you sit on the top of the compartment, also you reach the destination. If you are sitting with the engine driver, then also you reach the destination. If you sit with the guard, then also you reach the destination. Whether AC first class or AC 2-tier or AC 3-tier or the reserved coach or the unreserved coach or the foot, everywhere, wherever you sit, you reach the destination. The entire train is interconnected. The train of yoga is interconnected. This point is to be kept in mind. All yogas or 4 streams are interconnected. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati meet at a particular place, Triveni Sangam. And they all travel together to merge with the sea. 2. Second most important point is, what we do not have, we do not get. What we do not have, we do not get. That means what we already have, what is it to be got there? Talent is there, it is to be brought to the surface. Raja Yoga is there, hidden as willpower. Who does not have the willpower? Everybody has the willpower. However boring my talk may be, you have the willpower to sit till 8 o'clock. Willpower. However ugly the wife may be, you have to live with her till the death. Willpower. You have fallen in love with the girl, you have the willpower to pursue and marry her. You have come to the S-VYASA camp, you don't like the food, you don't like exercises, we like only one thing. What is that? S-VYASA certificate. So you put up with everything, willpower to put up with. So willpower is there in us. Yoga strengthens it. Yoga highlights it. Yoga brings it to the surface. What we have is only strengthened. Every child is born with the willpower. No child remains on the back. Why should I be always on the back? Why can't I sit up? Why should I be always sitting? Why can't I stand up? Why should I be standing up? Why can't I walk? 1,000 times the baby falls, but it walks. Willpower. Similarly, we do have, but over the age, we begin to compromise. we begin to reconcile, we become lethargic. If the husband is preparing the cup, let that fellow prepare. When the husband is not preparing, you have to prepare. The lethargy comes to bring the willpower down. When the lethargy goes away, willpower springs up. That lethargy is removed. Lethargy in Sanskrit is tamasika prakriti. Laziness, inertia, lassitude. For all things, what is the obstruction, what is the obstacle, what is the impediment? And that is tamasika prakriti. And laziness is to be removed. Yoga removes that laziness to make your willpower spring up. Let it shine. Similarly, all of us have love. Who does not have love? The only word we are most familiar is L-O-V-E. Love. Whom you love, when you love, where you love, how you love, the language of love, the intensity of love, the degree of love, the expression of love may change. I love money. Somebody loves a girl. Another person loves Himalaya mountains. Somebody loves power, position, scholarship, wisdom. What you love may change. When you love also may change. Where you love also may change. Expression may change. The degree of love may change. Every person is born with a heart. Heart is a place of feelings. Among all the feelings, one feeling is compulsorily present in every heart, love. Some people may not be angry. Some people may not be jealous. But nobody is without love. That love, when it is obstructed, when it is eclipsed, when it is dull, our yoga practices make the love vibrant, bright, effulgent, most dominating, most expressive. That's why it's only in Prashanti Kutir, when people come, the hidden love springs up. Earlier they may not be so loving. It's only here when they look at the girls, they fall in love with girls. Prashanti is such a proper place for the love to be springing up, rising up, shining up, brightening up. Love. Who is not doing? Doing is activity, working. Everywhere, every work we do engage ourselves in. Nahi kaschik kshanamapi jatatishyatya karma kriti. Nowhere, nobody is without work, without activity. The wind is moving, sun is rising, earth is rotating. This Mangal Mandir will not be the same Mangal Mandir after 100 years. I am sure you don't come, I am sure I am not here. Therefore, whatever I say will be true. Mangal Mandir will not be there. I am not as I was yesterday. 24 hours, I have changed. My mind has changed, my body has changed, new cells have come, new tissues have come. Everywhere there is change, change is doing is acting. Who is not working? And that working, if it is a selfish karma, if it is unselfish karma, when you do reluctantly, it is karma. When you do willingly, it is karma yoga. When you do without love, it is karma. When you love it with love, then it is karma yoga. When you do it without sweetness, it is karma. When you enjoy that karma, it is karma yoga. So karma is already there in us. Action is already there in us. And this karma, when it is for the welfare of others, when it is without egoism, it's karma yoga. Knowledge. Who does not have the knowledge? Everybody has the knowledge. Curiosity. The baby goes on asking question after question after question. Curiosity is a search for knowledge. Investigation for knowledge. When you make the investigation, who is God, with the intellect, you get the answer, truth is God. When you make the investigation, who is God, with your emotions, with your feelings, then the answer is, God is love. When you make the investigation, who is God, what is God, with your activities, with all practical, Yajnamurti is God, service is God. You are determined to find out who the God is, you find God to be cosmic will. Everything is here. And we investigate. Yoga facilitates the outcome, result, coming out, making it fine, refining it. That is the practice. All the four yogas are interconnected. What is the easiest thing to advise? What is the toughest thing to practice? Gautam Buddha came, be kind, be compassionate, don't kill animals, they too have life, be human. He said, died. Do we not kill the animals? Jesus Christ came, if anybody gives you a blow on the right cheek, show him the left, please beat me here also. Who does it? Krishna said, fight, resist, kill the enemy. No. We don't. All the world is mithya, maya. You are a spiritual person. Be blissful. Shivoham, Shivoham. Every day Nirvana Shatkam we recite. After that we quarrel. Ramanuja says, we are all the great devotees. Dasana dasa. I am the servant of the servant of the servant. I want to serve you. Do we serve? All the great preachers, Mahatma Gandhi said, be patriotic. Then only. Balagangadhar said, be fighting. No. Be bold, be strong. Vivekananda. Be united. Sardar Vallabhai Patel. Sri Krishna said, Tasmat yogi bhava Arjuna. May you be a yogi, may you be a yogi. We just say, we don't follow it. Easiest is to preach. Yesterday I went to the city. I bought something in some shop. I gave the 1,000 rupee note. The remaining change he gave. Among the pieces of currency notes, I found one 10 rupee note soiled. One 10 rupee note a little torn. Maybe it is counterfeit also. I did not see it when he gave me. Afterwards I saw it. I have about 8 or 9 10 rupee notes. Next I wanted to buy something. Which note do I give first? Rotten, useless, counterfeit, soiled, torn. I cannot retain it. I am afraid I cannot use it. I cannot use it. I cannot retain it. I can't keep it. What is it I do? I vomit. I give it. I throw it. I give it to somebody. Advice is like that. Very easy it is to advise. The difficult thing is to retain. Tasmat yogi bhava Arjuna. Here, in our Prashanti, the easiest way to practice all the four is given. What is the easiest way? You need not go to a gymnasium. You need not bend your knees. You need not bend your back. Wherever you are, just breathe in as slowly as possible. All the things you get. Simple pranayama. Breathe in as slowly as possible. Breathe out as slowly as possible. The simplest if we do, we will be in a position to get all the yogas. And what we have, we do get. How are they interconnected? In the Ramayana, you have 4 characters in Kishkinda. One is Vali, the other is Sugriva, The third is Angada. The fourth is Anjaneya. All the four. Vali became a yogi only while dying. He was given the blow, death blow. Until he was given the most severe blow, death blow by Ram, he could not realize the truth. Fag end of the life, just before death, we feel the regret. What is the use? After 50 years of life, we realize the great grandeur of my mother. What is the use? She is dead. We apply for a divorce and we fight it out. At the age of 68, either they are united or separated. What a wonderful man. We regret. Vali is a person who is unable to enjoy the benefits of yoga because he realized it very, very late. Similarly, we begin to realize the grandeur of pranayama only at the fag end of our life. Therefore, Vali is not the right example. Hanumanji, he looked at Ram and Lakshman at a distance. He was immediately drawn to their presence. He submitted himself, and you see, he has the willpower to submit, determination. He fell in love with Ram and Lakshman, devotion. And then he was curious to know about Ram and Lakshman, they are divine knowledge. He translated into action, Karma Yogi he became. He surrendered himself to Sri Ram Sharanagati. All the four at the right time. Why can't we realize the grandeur of yoga in the initial stages? We have studied, we have read about it. Same is applicable to our day-to-day life also. Choose one book, choose one husband, choose one wife, choose one guru, choose one path. Don't be oscillating. Don't be moving from one to the other. Anjaneya has realized he is like a perfected iron piece drawn to the magnet of Sri Ram. Sugriva is a person in need. He doubted Ram. He wanted clarity. He wanted to know the strength of Ram. He tested. Can you fell all the trees? Can you lift the fossil? This is how he went on testing. Come, test yoga, test your partner, test your book, then believe, do it, submit. Sugriva became a devotee. He surrendered, he loved, and he was of strong will. All the other yogas have come. Angada, a boy, Vali said, they are great people. Before dying, he said, Ram is God, you surrender. You love him. And Angada did not love on his own because of his father's instruction. One leads to the other. All the four, one is delayed, one is in time, one has started with questioning, another has started with surrendering. When you do one, all the others come automatically. In the Bhagavata Purana, you have three heroines of Sri Krishna. One is Rukmini, first wife, Pattamahishi. Second is Satyabhama. Third is the great lady Radha. Where she comes from, nobody knows. In the entire Mahabharata, you don't have the mention of Radha. In the entire Bhagavata Purana, you don't find the mention of Radha. Radha is pure love. You may describe God, but you cannot describe love. You may give a form to God. You cannot realize the grandeur of Radha, love. Therefore, Vyasa Maharshi himself is unable to depict the entire love in a particular person, therefore it's an imaginary character. All the three. One is Rukmini, another is Satyabhama, third is Radha. Now we are referring to these three characters to say how yogas are interrelated. The purpose of telling should not be forgotten. The story is not important. It is for what purpose I am telling this story. Rukmini was a young girl of 16 or 15, very beautiful, very enticing, very fascinating, very charming, highly irresistible is her beauty. When there is a marriageable age girl in the house, naturally there will be people to come forward and marry. Marriage is over. There is a person who is the public relations officer, media man. Narada Maharshi came, looked at Rukmini. It was so beautiful. There is a young man in Dwaraka, fit to be your husband. You are not to marry the ordinary people. The knowledge of Krishna is given to Rukmini. Jnana Yoga. The knowledge of yoga is given to us. The knowledge of a job is given to us. What is the goal? That curiosity is kindled in her. That knowledge path is given to her. Rukmini came to know about Krishna, the knowledge of Krishna, that is Jnana Yoga. When you know the person, when you learn about the person, when you know the goal, naturally you love it. Somebody describes London. Beautiful, wonderful. I love London. Somebody describes a beautiful girl. I love her. You know her first and you begin to love. When you begin to love, you make steps, take steps to marry her, to own her, to have her, to enjoy her. And having got, you surrender. Ramba, Urvasi, you surrender. All the four. Rukmini started with Jnana Yoga, developed Bhakti Yoga, served Krishna in Karma Yoga, surrendered her all at the feet of Krishna. You come to Satyabhama. Satyabhama does not know anything about love. She does not know anything about Krishna. She does not know anything. She is a humble domestic girl. Her father was Satrajit. Satrajit has the Samantakamani. Krishna one day said, this Samantakamani must be with the king, not with you. I will not give, Satrajit said. Sri Krishna kept quiet. One day Satrajit's brother took that diamond, went to the forest. He was killed by a lion. Lion was killed by Jambavan. Jambavan took that diamond, gave it to Jambavati. Then Satrajit made a publicity. This Krishna that day asked for the Samantakamani, I refused to give, so he killed my brother and stole it. Krishna was very sensitive. He went to the forest, found the dead body of Satrajit's brother, he found the dead body of lion, he found Jambavan's cave, he went there, fought, defeated Jambavan, or showed his real personality, got Jambavati, got Samantakamani, returned to his Dwaraka. Mister, you have unnecessarily blamed me. Take back your... Then Satrajit said, sorry sir, excuse me sir, I have unnecessarily blamed sir. Please don't mistake me. To make amends, I have a beautiful daughter. Please marry her. The girl was given in marriage, Kriya. As a wife, she has to serve karma. As a wife while serving, Krishna will see a beautiful face. Wonderful man. She loved it. She surrendered. What is first Kriya? Action first, marriage first. As an ideal wife, no questioning, obedient, serving. In the case of Rukmini, it is Jnana Yoga first, all the other three came automatically. In the case of Satyabhama, it is action of marriage first, love came, surrender came, service came, everything came, and curiosity to know, my husband is not an ordinary man, he is the district collector, he is the president, he is the supreme God. She fell in love. All the others. Radha, such a beautiful girl. She was already married according to Brahmana Purana. A small reference was there. She was married to a soldier in the army of Tamsa. She lived in Mathura. One day she came back to her Gokulam village. Sri Krishna was there as a boy of 5 years or 4 years. He was highly mischievous right from his childhood. When the girls were going up and down to the river, he was teasing them, making fun of them. And this boy was highly mischievous. His mother Yashoda tied him to a roller. He pulled it, came to the forefront, and sitting by the side of the road, he was looking at the girls and making comments, throwing pebbles. Radha was coming, going to the river, looked at Krishna. Boy of 4 years. She is a girl of about 14 years, already married. She was drawn by the mischievous looks, beautiful looks, handsome personality of Krishna. She came, brought down the pot. My boy, you are beautiful, I love you. And Krishna is not a small man. Oh girl, you are most beautiful, I too love you. Love first. In the case of Rukmini, Jnana Yoga first, knowledge of Krishna. In the case of Satyabhama, Karma Yoga first, action, marriage. In the case of Radha, love first. Whoever loved, that loved not at first sight. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. Sarojini Naidu gave 24 facets of love. I have produced a book, 108 facets of love. I have mastered the field of love. There is still to be mastered. The tears of love, the fears of love, the anxiety of love, the stress of love, the charms of love, the infatuation of love, the selflessness of love, the surrender of love, the glow of love, the brightness of love, the effulgence of love, hundreds and hundreds. Man who feels that love can, Radha is like that. All dimensions of love. Sometimes she is like a mother feeding Krishna. Sometimes Krishna is like a mother feeding Radha. Sometimes Radha is like a servant massaging the feet of Krishna. Sometimes Krishna is like a servant serving Radha. Various dimensions, Mathura Bhavana. Sweetness. And during the process she was able to understand Krishna to be God, Supreme God, and she had surrendered herself. All the three heroines, Rukmini surrendered, Satyabhama surrendered, Radha surrendered. Rukmini served, Karma Yoga. Satyabhama served, Karma Yoga. Radha served, Karma Yoga. Rukmini loved, Bhakti. Satyabhama loved, Bhakti. Radha loved, Bhakti. Rukmini knows Krishna to be God, Jnana. Radha knows Krishna to be God, Jnana. Satyabhama knows that Krishna is God. All the four are together. All of the feelings are present in us. You hold on to one, all the other four come. If you really love your wife, if you really know about your wife or husband, all the four will spring up. There will be a comprehensive outlook. You love your country. You love your Prashant Kutir. You serve it. All actions come. A popular joke, those who have been listening to me must be familiar with. They must excuse me. I was the principal of a college, co-education. One day a BA second year girl came and she made a complaint against a boy. That boy is troubling me, sir. How is he troubling? Shall I give him TC? Shall I dismiss him? I tell her. And the girl said, no, sir. Every day, sir. At 9:45, sir, when we are entering the college gate, sir, He walks by my side, sir. He does not even look at me, sir. Slowly he will bend a little towards me, sir, and he murmurs, sir. Nobody can hear, sir. Only I can hear, sir. I love you. And he goes, sir. Before coming to the prayer hall, sir, Prashant Kutir, Maitrimilan, everybody is entering at about 7 o'clock. And while entering here, that Vivekananda, all of them entering, sir. Nobody will hear, sir. Everybody is starting, sir. He will slowly bend. And he goes away, sir. In the classroom, sir, when the teacher is looking at the blackboard and writing something, sir, he will slightly lean. And he goes away, sir. From morning till evening, 100 times he will say, I love you, I love you, I love you, sir. Shall I dismiss? No, sir. Why? I too love you, sir. Then what is your complaint? He does not know how to say love. How to say it? Buy a Cadbury chocolate. In Prashant Kutir, in S-VYASA camp, people are giving assignment, both. The boy should come. Don't worry, I will write all your assignments. He can write them. Final examinations. Don't worry, you put my register number, I shall put your register number. You will get first class. He can say, Tyage naike amrutatva. What is Karma Yoga? Tyage naike amrutatva. What is Jnana? Tyage naike amrutatva. What is Bhakti? Tyaga, sacrifice. When I love, without service, what is the use? He is great. What is the use of your telling without service, without practice? So to love is to serve. To serve is to sacrifice. What is it that I should sacrifice? Your selfishness, your egoism. When the egoism is removed, you are the Atman, Jnana. When the darkness, ignorance is removed, that possessiveness is removed, that selfishness is removed, that lethargy is removed, that ahankara is removed, you shine. You become one with God. Parvati merges with Parameshwara. Lakshmi serves Lord Vishnu. Saraswati does what Brahma likes her to do. Jiva does the service of Shiva. And that is the highest. Therefore, Krishna says, Nimitta matram bhava sabyasachi. Do. You are only an instrument. Finally, Arjuna says, Nasto moha smritir labdha stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. I do as you wish me to do. That is the highest of yoga, and that we will enjoy if only we practice that slow breathing. While you are breathing slowly, you don't think of anything. Mind is concentrated. The simplest exercise, let us remember the 3 sentences. Number 1, what we do not have, yoga does not give. All the yogas are interconnected. Mere listening is useless, mere learning is useless without action. Let us try to meditate on Sri Krishna, who is a comprehensive character of all the yogas. Therefore, he is called Yogishwara. Partha is action. Yatra Yogishwara Krishna Yatra Pabdho Dhanurtara Tatra Sri Vijayor Bhuti Dhruvani Tirmatirmama. Where that Yogishwara Krishna and the self-effort of Arjuna are present, there you will find Lakshmi, there you will find victory, there you will find Prashanti, there you will find everything splendid. Now meditate on Sri Krishna.